Hello everybody, welcome back to AJ's Farm, where today I'm changing up the intro as you just heard. Well, I'm just figuring out what people want. Just ask me and tell me what you guys want. So there's a couple of them. Welcome back to another episode of AJ's Farm, welcome back to AJ's Farm, and welcome back to another episode. So there's many different things that we're going to do today. We're hopefully going to be working on the bench back here in front of me, and maybe some other things. So let's get into it. Alright, so walking down here towards the 140 here in the Allis, I'm gonna go probably, I want to look in here, how does this look? Okay, so I'm going to probably order a new thermostat, whatever you call it, there. Darn hood here, Jesus. Okay, so on this, I'm just wanted to look in here and walk you guys through it. To start this thing, I'm probably not going to start it, but usually it just goes with, giving it some throttle down there, about half throttle, pulling the choke all the way up. She's dead, but usually, she's dead. Usually cranking it, choke up and down, and vroom, 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 put her down to idle. Usually you have to get started for a minute, and you're good to go. Now running through what I want to do on the Allis. This is what I wanted to do as part of what I was going to do for another video, but I didn't do that, is clean the fuel bowl and walk you through how to prime the fuel system in this Allis. Now, in a lot of old tractors on these updraft carburetors, in the bowl is sometimes the fuel bowl on the tank is sometimes lower than the bowl on the carb. Now what you have to do is you have to come up here with a rag, as you'll see later on this. So you have to open this, put a rag over top, and blow. And usually what that does is fills the bowl with that air gap, fills it all the way up, and pushes fuel into the carb and makes it run and have fuel in the bowl. So what I want to do is I'm going to probably clean whatever's in here, because I got a fuel stick and a hammer and a couple other things in there. Probably going to clean that out. And some people ask me what this magnet is here for. This is to put my cup on that I have. But down here, walk around, this is the PTO. You push the clutch in, push the PTO up. There's a brake lever here and a brake lever here. There is no foot pedals. And another episode, which will probably be in a couple days, probably on Saturday, or I'm doing a flooring video, but that you guys will get to see, is I want to make a step right here so I can step up instead of stepping way up here and pulling myself up. I don't want to do that. I want to have a step here so I can step up onto this without hurting myself. Now, this one, you cannot push the carb back to make it stop. So what the guy did is he put a little switch on it. That is not factory. Well, for a 39, I think this is a 40, but because they had these, but I don't know. It just depends. But today we are going to be putting the temp gauge back on and doing the fuel bowl. So, yep. I have to go grab that the temperature gauge, and we'll be back. Alright, so I'm going to point with this thing. So right here is the hole that this is going to go in, and all it does is slide in there. You put it to where you want it, and you screw that in right there with a 5/8, if you can see that, 5/8, and there's antifreeze in here, and all you do is just slide that down, get it to where you want it. Let me fix this. So there you can, let me fix that. So there you can kind of see it. You kind of stick the wrench, there's the wrench right there. Kind of set it where you want it here. First, screw it in by hand. See how I'm screwing those in? And after you screw that in, Tighten it up. So, this is the old temp gauge. It's not the new one, which I'll have a video probably next week of the new temp gauge or later. Yep. Alright, so that nut down there, you just want it snug. You don't want it super tight. So then down here, all you do is you make sure your fuel is off, which it is. See, that's on, that's off. And then all you do is you unscrew that right there. And you get the clean inside here. See all that rust in there? Yep. You got to clean that out. And the bowl is clean. Fresh fuel comes out of it. So, yeah. I'll get that cleaned on camera, hopefully. And, yeah. So, here we go. Okay, so after that, we get this unscrewed. Nicely here. Pull that out of the way. Try not to break it. Hold on. Okay, so I tried to take it off, and it don't want to come off here. So I'm just going to leave it on there because it's too hard to get off. And it's just not worth it because I don't want to break it. So, as I said in the other video, I cleaned the oil bath filter. Everything's here, and the carb is clean. I took the shell off, that. And the steering box is fine. Yeah, so steering box is up here. Everything's fine, so I just need to pack these with grease. Again, these down here because they move. Everything else is pretty good. Let's see these. In the spring, in the spring or summer sometime, I'll get a video of me greasing everything, going through the, have this thing, take a bath, give this thing a bath, there's the words, give this thing a bath, go through everything, grease every zerk, show where every zerk is on this thing, and surprising to me, there ain't no zerk here, but I do put some grease around here, there, and around in there if I can film, and then up in there is just an inspection, turn the camera here, and some different things, and I want to get, at the tractor show this year, there's a pulley that you can run on there. I want to find one of those right there, and see if I can get one, and then I'll have a video of me, yes, you can get replacements one, but of me grinding a thing, because these brakes are tight, and I'm not adjusting them, but where I'm grinding a little grind spot into this to have a parking brake, because I'm not grinding into those, because those are almost irreplaceable. But you can get me wrong on that. But here is the same thing. They're so tight that you can't get to them and put the brakes on. And then under here is an inspection cover. He actually has it on backwards because these go into something on the other side to make it stay in place. But we don't get into that. But gear shifter, same thing, blah, blah, blah. You already seen all this. This is the other side of the tractor here. Oil pressure gauge works great. Many different things, all kinds of stuff. Sparkulator. There actually is no coil for this tractor, which is cool, because I don't want to mess with coils, because it's, back in the day, you used to come up here, ground this out, and it used to shut it off. Touch that. Shut off. This is your governor. See, that does that, and this does governor things where it pushes that, but I won't get into that. And I'll probably have some videos sometime this spring as well of me tilling the garden way over there. Ah, shoot. Dropping the camera. But anyways, of me not dropping the camera, but way over there, there's the garden and some videos on my 140 here, which still needs some work. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please consider liking and subscribing. And while you're down there, if you want to comment, go ahead, do whatever you want. So yeah, God bless. Have a great one.